For all its beauty and splendor, the wilderness can be a cruel teacher. In the outdoors, where nature's beauty is matched only by its dangers, it's a tragic irony to prioritize a piece of technology over your own life. The moment you start caring more about your phone than the perils that surround you, you've lost sight of what truly matters. The wilderness doesn't care about your feeds, notifications, or latest photos. It demands respect and attention to every step and decision. Let's venture back to the savage wilderness, where survival is earned, not given. This is Outdoor Disasters. Knotto is a fascinating and picturesque rock formation located in the Altopiano di Asiago, also known as the Asiago Plateau, in the province of Vicenza, Italy. This geological feature is one of the most famous natural attractions in the region, drawing visitors for its unique shape and the stunning views it offers. The name Knotto is derived from the shape of the rock, which resembles an altar. The word Knotto is a local term used to describe large, flat rocks or stone outcrops. The rock is perched precariously on the edge of a cliff, creating a dramatic and somewhat mystical appearance that has captivated visitors for centuries. The Knotto has been associated with local legends and folklore. Some believe it was used in ancient times for religious or ceremonial purposes, perhaps by pre-Christian or early Christian communities in the area. The unique shape and location of the rock have led to various myths and stories about its origin and significance. Knotto is a popular destination for hikers and outdoor enthusiasts. The hike is known for its scenic beauty, with lush forests, open meadows, and panoramic vistas of the plateau and surrounding mountains. The location of Knotto provides visitors with breathtaking views of the valley below and the distant peaks of the Dolomites. It is a popular spot for photography, especially during sunrise and sunset, when the lighting enhances the dramatic appearance of the rock and the surrounding landscape. The hike to the rock formation is well marked and suitable for most levels of hikers, though it does involve some steep sections, especially near the precipice. Visitors are encouraged to exercise caution when approaching the cliff's edge, as the terrain can be rugged and potentially dangerous. For Andrea Mazzetto, his Knotto hike would be catastrophic. Andrea Mazzetto, a 30-year-old painter from Italy, was known among friends and family as a hard-working, passionate man with a zest for life. He was often described as warm and generous, embracing every moment with enthusiasm. Andrea loved the outdoors, and his favorite adventures were those he shared with his girlfriend Sara. The couple had a close bond, and their mutual love for nature and exploration was evident in the countless photos they posted on Instagram. Their feeds were filled with romantic snapshots, images of the two of them at a beach or a pool, in a loving embrace, and exploring the rugged beauty of the Italian countryside. Andrea's account had gathered nearly 2,500 followers, people who were drawn to the couple's vibrant energy and the genuine affection they had for each other. On one fateful day, Andrea and Sara decided to visit Rozzo, a small town nestled in the province of Vicenza, Italy. They were drawn to the area by the Knotto Trail, a famous hiking path known for its breathtaking views and the distinctive rock formation at its peak, which resembled an altar. It was the perfect spot for them, a place where they could connect with nature and capture stunning photos to share with their followers. As they embarked on their hike, Andrea and Sara were in high spirits. The trail was challenging, but they welcomed the exertion, enjoying the fresh mountain air and the thrill of the climb. Throughout the day, they documented their journey on Instagram, posting stories that showed their progress up the trail, with Andrea showing his climbing prowess in the photos. They were nearing the summit, and the anticipation of reaching the top filled them with excitement. The climb had been challenging, but the promise of the view from the peak made every step worthwhile. Finally, they reached a precipice that offered a jaw-dropping view of the valley below. The sight was everything they had hoped for and more. At this point, the couple paused to take a photo, positioning themselves carefully on the cliff's edge. In the picture, they are seen smiling and holding hands as Andrea snaps the selfie. It was a moment of pure joy, one that they were eager to share with the world. Neither of them could have imagined that this would be their last photo together. After the photo was taken, They stood there for a while longer, simply soaking in the moment.
Feeling adventurous, the couple decided to explore the cliff's edge. In a video shared on their Instagram, both Andrea and Sara can be seen descending the precipice without any safety gear. Despite the inherent risks of their daring activity, the day had gone smoothly so far. They were enjoying themselves as they often did, driven by their shared love for an adrenaline rush.
Eventually, it was time to start the descent. Then, at some point, Andrea reached into his pocket to check his phone, possibly to see how their latest post was doing, or to line up the next photo opportunity. But in a split second, the phone slipped from his grasp. The device tumbled from his hands, bouncing off the rocks and skidding down the precipice. It was at that moment that Mazzetto decided to go and retrieve his phone. No one other than Sara knows the exact details, but you could surmise that as he climbed down to reach his phone, his foot touched some loose gravel, or a piece of the rock gave way beneath him. Andrea's eyes widened in shock as he felt himself teetering, desperately trying to regain his balance. But it was too late. In a heart-stopping instant, he lost his footing completely. Sara watched in horror as Andrea's body lurched forward, and before she could reach him, he plunged over the precipice. He tumbled through the air, the jagged rocks below rushing up to meet him. The drop was merciless, and the distance was vast. 650 feet or 200 meters of unforgiving terrain that ended in the abyss below. Sara's scream echoed through the mountains, a sound of pure terror and helplessness. She raced to the edge, her heart pounding so loudly in her chest that she could hardly hear anything else. But when she reached the precipice and looked down, all she saw was the sheer drop, the place where Andrea had disappeared from her life in an instant. Trembling and unable to think, she pulled out her phone with shaking hands and dialed emergency services. Her voice was almost unrecognizable as she tried to explain what had happened, the shock making it challenging to find the words. The rescue teams arrived, their presence marked by the whir of helicopter blades filling the air. The search and rescue team worked quickly, but Sara could tell from the grim expressions on their faces that they already knew the outcome. They tried to console her, but there were no words that could reach her through the thick fog of grief and disbelief that had settled over her. The man she loved, the man she had planned to spend her life with, was gone. As the rescue team carefully lifted him into the helicopter, Sara knew nothing would be the same again. In the days following the accident, Sara was inconsolable. The grief was overwhelming, and she struggled to come to terms with the sudden loss of the man she loved. One day, in a moment of raw emotion, she opened Instagram and shared the last photo they had taken together, the one of them smiling on the edge of the cliff before everything had gone so horribly wrong. She added a heartbreaking caption, "Our last damn photo together. You will always be with me, my little bear." The post quickly went viral as people from around the world expressed their condolences and shared in Sara's sorrow. The image, once a symbol of their love and adventure, had become a poignant reminder of the fragility of life. On Wednesday, August 24, 2022, Andrea Mazzetto's funeral took place, attended by numerous friends, family members, and local officials. Mazzetto is fondly remembered as a genuinely good person, diligent, polite, intelligent, and respectful, always choosing his words carefully. He had previously organized a no-alcohol event at a local venue, reflecting his thoughtful nature. With his girlfriend Sara, he had found completion in life, living what seemed to be a great life, tragically cut short by an accident at Knotto. Though Andrea was gone, the memories of their time together lived on in the photos they had taken and the love they had shared, a love that would remain in Sara's heart forever. Prioritizing a device over your own safety is not just reckless, it's a blatant disregard for the value of your life. The wilderness is not a backdrop for your digital vanity. It's a living, breathing force that can take everything from you in an instant if you let your guard down for even a second. No phone, no photo, and no fleeting moment of online validation is worth the ultimate price of your life. In a world where we're constantly glued to our phones, it's easy to forget that no piece of technology is worth risking your life for. Dropping your phone in a dangerous place might trigger an instinct to get it back. But you need to stop and think, is that device really worth your life? Your life is irreplaceable. Your phone is not. No text, call, or photo is worth the risk of a fall, injury, or worse. In those critical moments, you must prioritize your safety over everything else. The wilderness, the streets, any dangerous place, none of them forgive a moment of carelessness. A phone can be replaced, but once you make a fatal mistake, there's no going back. It's time to value your life over your screen and recognize that some things, no matter how expensive or essential they seem, are simply not worth the risk of an outdoor disaster.
Thank you for watching. Want more outdoor disaster content? Check out these stories I believe you'll enjoy.